Hey, check it. I need you to stand the fuck up right now if you're in the show radio. You speak or whatever. Better tell me if you start falling for my love. I keep on falling in love. I can't stop falling in love. I don't wanna fall for your love. Hope I don't fall for your love. I don't wanna fall for your love no more. I don't wanna fall for your love no more. I'm never gonna fall for your love no more. I'm not gonna fall for your love. Yeah, I needed you out of the picture, but she keep calling my phone, even voicemail saying she know I miss her. Always tripping, she stopped to let go. I could bet she just want me to hit her. If you want it that bad, baby, just tell me, I'll call you a lifter. Why you keep falling in love with me? I just wanna get away from you. You told people you going away with me, when I don't wanna run away with you. You such a savage, ratchet, bougie, bad. I can refrain from you. You such a savage, ratchet, bougie, bad. Hope somebody changes you. How you say, fuck you, then get mad when I say the same as you. I'm tired of all these damn fights. This shit ain't pay-per-view. I don't wanna dig deeper with the knife, but I can't be with you. I can't fall in love with you. I don't wanna fuck you. I don't wanna fuck you. Hope I don't fuck you. Oh, I can't fuck you. Hey, check it. I need you to stand the fuck up right now if you're in the show radio. You speak or whatever. Better tell me if you start falling for my love.
Hey yo, I'm rocking with it, man. My man Left Gency, man, Cincinnati's own up and coming young artist. You know, I love a lot of X World music. Maybe I'm a little biased, you know what I mean, but I like what I like, and I'm not afraid to admit that in real life. You know.
Amen.
All right, it's time. Welcome everybody to It's the Hype Real Podcast. We live. For those who are going to be listening on to our new Apple Podcast and Spotify podcast, welcome. Make sure you go to YouTube if you want to see what's going on, because we got a lot of things that are really cool about the show that you only get to see live on YouTube or on the replay of YouTube. It's the Hype Real Podcast across all platforms. Make sure you pull up, like, subscribe, and enjoy. I got my main man Cal from Warner Brothers Podcast on here with me. What's going on, Cal?
What's poppin', man?
Man, blessed, highly favored, ready to pod.
Most def.
Yeah, man, it's a lot going on in the world, so we got a lot to talk about, a little bit of time. But first off, we're going to get into a little bit of breaking news. Breaking news. Grammy-nominated producer extraordinaire Tay Keith has passed away. Man's 29 years old, made hits for the best of them, and probably can outproduce the rest of them. So they're still saying they don't know what happened until the autopsy report comes back. There's no signs of foul play or anything like that. So I guess they're leaning more into the natural causes, whatever those natural causes might be. What's your take on Tay Keith and his career, Cal?
Man, I mean, when I heard the news about 90 minutes ago, I mean, first of all, condolences to his family and loved ones, first and foremost. But secondly, man, I was selfishly like, what a talent we lost in hip hop and in music. Not much this guy produced that I did not like. I mean, I can't really think of anything that I disliked that he made. So he was a significant talent, especially when you figure 2018 on, 2017 on, about the last decade. He left his mark. I did not realize he was only 29 years old.
29.
Ridiculously young. So for him to leave such a mark at such a young age, and then unfortunately leave Earth at such a young age, it's a very unfortunate passing in general. And that's without, getting into his imprint on hip hop. So a loss to the world and a loss to hip hop. unfortunately, to music.
Yeah, Tay Keith is a very talented rapper with a very original sound. And I love guys who are all about original. He's worked with a lot of artists. Some of the artists on here I didn't even know that he worked with because maybe they weren't the hit single, but his production resume is crazy. It's everywhere from Troy Man from the Rhythm and Flow soundtrack off of Netflix, all the way up to Gunna, Future, Polo G, Nav, Jack Boy, Lil Baby, Marlo, Moneybag Yo, Key Glock, Pooh Shiesty, DJ Khaled, Westside, Travis Scott, Jack Harlow, Megan Thee Stallion. So his reach is a lot further than I would have given him credit for. And imagine if he would have had another 2-3 decades to continue to grow and work with people, what he would be catalog wise as far as being a producer. So being a producer myself, it's a loss to the game of hip hop and music in general. And condolences to the family. We pray for them because that's a hell of a loss, especially out of nowhere like that. So most prayers up to the Tay Keith camp.
Yes.
And we wish y'all as much peace as possible during this situation. And we hope we send our support. Moving along to something else a little bit less heavy, because we never want to just move on and not say how important it is for those type of things. Let's get into a lighter flow of things as we get into the rest of the podcast. You cool with that, Cal?
Most definitely.
All right, let's get into some sports.
We will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts, and then you will run a mile. Perfection.
I love that part. That is awesome. That is dedication right there. All right, so on and on we go with these sports talks, but it's sports talk to be held. So we're going to get into some NBA. Everybody's like, NBA? The NBA season is over. Why are you talking to NBA? Because there's so much that goes on that I have conversation with people on the side from my inner circle and our chat, and I really just want to put it out there for the rest of our community to be able to be like, yay, nay, that's stupid. I love it. So chat, tap in and say what you got going on your mind. All right, so I pose this question to you, Cal, and I pose this to the chat. LeBron James is heading into almost his swanton song. It's about to be, we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to his career. Do you agree or disagree?
I would say so.
Okay. With that being said, LeBron is going into a place where he has the power to kind of go where he wants to go. Now, he could go somewhere. LeBron has never gave anybody a discount, by the way. He can go somewhere and take a vet minimum and play for a team that's stacked in pursuance of another championship, or he can go somewhere where he might have more control over the situation. So I had this thought come to mind, and I want to pose this question to you. If LeBron, who I say is the GOAT of basketball, he's the best basketball player ever overall. If LeBron was to go play with Steph Curry and the Warriors, would that bring down his GOAT discussion as being the best ever?
I mean, no, not necessarily. I mean, that's another LeBron move. I mean, who hasn't LeBron played with at this point when it comes to superstars in the NBA? So especially at this point in his career, I don't think it's a big deal. Unfortunately, LeBron, I don't love the moves LeBron has made in his career. I don't love that he kind of has hopped around a little bit. I don't love the stars he's recruited. I actually don't love the whole 3-star era, right? Because we got not only LeBron, but we got Durant, Westbrook, and Harden. Those four in particular are just been on so many teams. LeBron will possibly be on what could be his 4th team, what will be his 5th move. It's a lot. So I don't love that era. It kind of diminishes the specialness.
Does that take away the greatness, the GOATness of LeBron? If he was to go play with Steph?
It can. It can. Not necessarily Steph, not Steph in itself, but just the specialness to me. But the go stuff, I mean, it all depends on who you ask. To me, it's whatever. To me, LeBron is second all time to me right now.
Fair enough.
I have no qualms with anybody who has LeBron first. He is certainly worthy. I think Jordan's the GOAT, but if you want to say LeBron is a better basketball player, I have no issue with that at all. So I don't think him playing with Steph takes anything away. He played with Luka for the last 2 seasons. So, I mean, really, what's the difference? You know what I mean? Luka's the younger player in that, between him and Steph as well. So it doesn't diminish his legacy at all to me if he were to end up in Golden State. I'm of the opinion that he will not end up in Golden State. I'm not sure where he will end up. I actually even said Knicks, I think, a couple months ago, which would be kind of funny now if he ended up in New York. Brian Windhorst, who obviously you're familiar with, he's from Cleveland. He reported that LeBron's probably staying in L.A., which would not be a bad move. So very interesting. It seems like this is almost going under the radar, but I think within 2 weeks here, it'll be pretty much the talk of the NBA where LeBron is going. So it'll be cool. I'm excited for his free agent tour, actually. But do I think it diminishes his legacy in any way? No, I do not, if he were to end up in Golden State.
You know what's crazy? I don't think it would diminish his legacy, but I think everybody would paint it in that light because it's gonna be like this. LeBron is, like you said, that you didn't like. He moved team to team to team to team, assembling some of the greater teams to go against all these other great teams. Steph has been in one place his whole career. He's won multiple championships on this same team as the pieces around him change, less than him moving and going somewhere to chase a title, a la Damian Lillard. Everybody thought he was going to be a homegrown for the rest of his life. I just think that they would paint it as he needed Steph, not Steph needing LeBron, even though they kind of need each other. Definitely. In their advanced age. Yeah, in their advanced age in basketball. But I do think that no matter what, I don't know if it's going to happen, because would LeBron be okay going to the Warriors and that's Steph's team? It'll be LA all over again. He'll never really be accepted because you'll never be Kobe, LeBron. You'll never be Magic. You'll never be Shaq, even though Shaq wasn't even really from there. He's super accepted in LA because he embodied LA, the vibe of it all, because it's Shaq. But once Steph retires, a couple years later, he's getting a statue outside of Oracle Arena. That's the house that Steph built. So I think that major media circuits will knock LeBron down a peg or two, because they'll compare him and they say, well, Steph and LeBron have the same amount of championships, and LeBron had to go to Steph to get it. Jordan never had to go anywhere. People wanted to come play with Jordan. So I do think it'll take a chop at him even more so, because LeBron is the most scrutinized basketball player in the history of basketball. I don't understand it. Like, they find reasons to hate this guy, and I think they always do and always will, but that's neither here nor there, if you know what I'm saying. So we'll see what happens. Do I think it would work? I do.
It's a good basketball fit. It's a good basketball fit.
Would they win a championship with LeBron on the Warriors next year?
Hard to say. I mean, their roster needs a lot of work around him. It would be cool. It would be a good basketball fit as far as him being able to provide, penetration to the rim, get Steph open a little more. I mean, I think in general, though, Golden State needs to get younger. They need another scorer, so LeBron would help there, especially when you got Jimmy Butler still injured right now. He'll probably come back midseason. I'd actually said, it's funny, we lost another episode. We lost an episode with Ray, and me and Keenan recorded this past Monday, I believe. And on my end, we had major issues that did not allow the episode to go through.
That's tough.
And we talked about, like, if LeBron were to go to Golden State, how weird it would be for him to have, like, his last game in Golden State. Because it's, like you said, it's Steph's house, right? And I said it would be
Steph's house.
Yeah, and it would be weird if it happened in L.A., too, given how, like, the last farewell tour they had in L.A. was for Kobe, and that was truly Kobe's team, and it, to some degree, still is Kobe's team, even years after his retirement and after his passing. So it would be weird if he had it in L.A. It'd be weird. Like, the only real fitting place would be Cleveland, and that looks like it's not happening, but maybe it still will. Who knows? But, yeah, very, very – that's why I don't really love the team hopping from him. the free agency moves from him is because he doesn't really belong to anybody. I mean, you can say Cleveland, but it's a weird relationship. It's not the relationship Steph has with Golden State or Kobe with LA or Dirk with Dallas, Wade with Miami and such. So, yeah.
And it never will be, because his best choice was when he came back to Cleveland was to stay in Cleveland and ride it out. And he would be a folktale hero from here on out. Even if he never won another championship, they would carry him on his shoulders around the city. Even after the first initial time he left, they wanted to burn it down to the ground.
Exactly.
But that's neither here nor there. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's talk a little bit of NBA. The finals are over. The Knicks are your NBA champion, but I don't want to talk about the Knicks. Enough people are talking about the Knicks. I'm tired of hearing about the Knicks. They won. They'll have their time in the sun. They'll shine on. Respect. Not hating, respect. But there was a team that they went against that was young and very hungry. Chat's going crazy. I'm going to get to them in a second. And I want to know, is this team up to par? Or are they going to be a one and done on this type of level? So the Spurs. Cal, Keenan loves the Spurs. He was advocating for him the entire time, and they absolutely got smoked in the finals. And everybody says, well, they were up all the time. So the reason I say they got smoked is because when you're up by 20, 30, and then they come back and they beat you, you got smoked. In my opinion, you lost big time because you were up by 30.
That's like 2 losses in one.
That's 15-point lead both times. You know what I mean? It is what it is. My main man, Tay. What up, Tay? He said, well, I'm not surprised. Is LBJ, he not my GOAT anyway. He's third on my list, so I don't care anyway. I respect it. So who's 1 and 2? Is it Jordan, Kobe, LeBron? That's what I'm guessing. So the question I posed to you, Chat, and I posed to you, Cal, is, are the Spurs next year a team of destiny to win an NBA championship?
Team of destiny. That's something. They're gonna be one of the favorites. But hey, this era, specifically the 2020s, we've seen it, man. Every year it's a new champion. Every year, I think aside from this year, is you get new conference finalists. I think this is the only year where it's like retained the conference finalists, or at least one of the conference finalists. You would think the way the Spurs are built, the way, we've glorified Wemby on here. I mean, we gave him nothing but praise on here. I mean, he's a 7'7" alien, right?
Yes, he is.
So barring injury, I don't know if they're destined to win it. They're destined to be in at least the conference finals, I would say. But even that seems crazy to say, because guess what? The Nuggets are probably going to come back better. The Thunder are going to come back at full strength, and they could trade both of their draft picks this year and get up to the lottery if they wanted to, or into the top 5 if they wanted to. The Thunder. So the Thunder are going to be there. They ain't going nowhere. Nuggets ain't going nowhere. Clippers, which sounds crazy to say, they're going to be competitive. Like, there's just a lot of depth and talent in the West. So,
as
destiny,
always,
I can't say destiny. In the coming years, in the next 5 years, yeah, sure. 3 years even. I'll give you that. Next year, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tougher than they think. Wemby, that's one thing I'll say. Wemby definitely, he should have gotten humbled, but he doesn't seem like he got humbled by this loss at all. Like, he was talking a lot of confidence, talking about we will be back.
Yes.
Like it's a foregone conclusion, man. Like,
he already knows. He's speaking it into fruition.
Yeah, that's one of the things I said on my pod when I recorded after the finals ended. Recorded a solo one on Sunday. I said, hey, man, you just never know in this league. We said the same thing about KD, Russ, Westbrook, and Harden when the 3 of them were together, and Ibaka.
Right.
We said the same thing about Derrick Rose when he got his MVP. We said the same exact thing. Shaq and the Magic and Penny and them back in the day, I'm sure it was said about. Like, there's a lot of teams where we could be like, yeah, man, it's a foregone conclusion, and you just never know. You just never fucking know, not only in this league, but in sports.
Yeah, you never know in sports. It's you know how hard it is to get to the NBA finals?
Just to get there.
Just to get there. And to say that they're going to get back and win it, when there's so many teams, not only from the West, from the East, that are going to come back healthier, better. Mm-hmm. You don't know the whole Giannis situation or how that's going to work out.
He could end up in the West.
You don't know what's going on with now it's my prediction. 2026, Giannis will be on the Lakers.
Right. I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
Giannis will be on the Lakers. They go, yeah, because this is segue into something else. But like I said, I always feel the Lakers have always made it a priority to have two stars, a big man of some sort, and a guard.
That's true.
Even after Shaq left, they had Paul Gasol. Paul Gasol was an international star over there. Mm-hmm. So they knew who he was. So that brought international eyes to the Lakers, and he was good. Paul Gasol was no bum. But in order for them to be the team of destiny, Wemby has to take the next step. He's 7'4". He's an alien. He's a defensive player of the year. He finished tops in probably MVP voting. But he's going to have to be able to take that talk and turn it into a walk. For me, Wemby talks a good game of how he wants to be this and how he wants to do that and how he feels he's this. But it hasn't translated to the grandest stage. You are on the grandest stage of the sport of the NBA basketball. Even people overseas want to come over and be NBA champions. And you played good, but you definitely didn't show me face of the league. And you didn't show me that you are the next, just the man of the NBA. You didn't show me number one. You didn't show me number two. You almost didn't show me. You're almost outside of that top five now. You might be 6'7".
That's a statement.
For the kids out there. He might be 6'7", for the youngsters. 6, ain't that how they do it? Make sure if y'all listen to it on the podcast on Apple and Spotify, y'all tune in. I'm hitting the 6'7". Don't even know what the hell that means. But anyway, back to the topic at hand.
I think you're like 6-7 months late too on this. You know what I mean?
That's what happens when you grow up. So, anyway, yeah. Unless he's able to walk it like he talk it. Shout out to Migos. They're not doing anything. Just like I said, if he doesn't average 30+ a game, they're not winning the NBA championship. He has to be willing to instead of going to find his peace as a monk, he need to get in that gym and figure out a finishing signature move that he can go to when he's in a bind. He needs to get in that post and learn how to do a jump hook or a turnaround fade in order to use his God-given gift of height. So if he's not willing to step his game up, they're not going to win anything anytime soon. And maybe he will have to go somewhere else, like a Kevin Durant had to come to the Warriors, and he has to team up with a true, proven superstar in order to achieve his goal of being an NBA champion. I would hate for him to have to take the route of so many other stars instead of being able to lead his team to a championship. And after all the hype, as everybody's saying, he's the most decorated prospect that ever came out since LeBron, if not better as a prospect. So he has dropped down to about the 6th, 7th player in the league to me. Thoughts?
I can't drop him down to 6 or 7. I got to say, though, you said Kevin Durant had to join Steph. He didn't have to join anybody. Kevin Durant chose that bitch-ass move. I'll never forgive Kevin Durant for that.
He felt he had to. Where is he won without Steph?
Well, it's exactly. It's been proven later, but neither one of them needed each other, unfortunately. I'll never forgive Kevin Durant, and he's one of my favorite players.
I just said never forgive him.
Never forgive him for it. We lost 3 years of the NBA due to him, or 2.5, because I guess the Raptors did win that. I can't drop Wemby to 6 or 7. He is still such an impactful player without having a go-to move. I mean, he's really basically he's a pick-and-roll center / pick-and-pop center who is obscenely tall, who can move, who has handle, who can hit a spot-up 3. I mean, he's probably not even 30% of the player he's going to be. You know what I mean? He's probably only reaching 30%, right? He's probably only 30% of the player he's going to be, I should say. Much like LeBron at this point in his career. When LeBron was 22, man, like, it seemed like the possibilities were endless with LeBron. Like, you couldn't even imagine what he might be because of his athleticism and because he couldn't really shoot well yet consistently. Same with Wemby, man. You just never, 5 years from now, we could wake up and this dude could just be something beyond what we've ever seen. And for him to be in the finals, not with a go-to move, not really with an offensive game, I still at least got to keep him top 5, for sure. And I probably still might even have him above Brunson, as unfair as that might be.
Hey man, you can't put him in the same category as LeBron James at his age. When LeBron James was his age,
In the finals,
he took
man.
the Cavs to the finals, right?
Wemby's in the finals. What are we talking about?
I'm just saying, man.
Wemby
Like
took
he
his
was
team to the finals. We
balling.
can definitely put him in the class.
He
of
was
LeBron.
balling. He went against a better overall team too. That's the reason he lost. But do you think Wemby's gonna surpass LeBron as a player? If we're just speaking hypothetical, we're talking what you see right now.
You're talking top 3 all time. You're saying?
Yes.
Wemby absolutely could be that. That's the thing.
Could be. Do you think
why,
he is?
That's why he's in the class of LeBron as a prospect. They both could be top 5 players of all time. We knew that from the jump. LeBron at 18, Wemby when he came in, I guess at 19. Will he be? That's tough to say. He's going to be much more of an injury risk than LeBron ever was. We know that.
Absolutely.
That's immediately apparent. Guys who are above 7'3" don't really fare well in the league. Wemby's been okay so far. The blood clots got to him, which is, that has nothing to do with height, I wouldn't think. So far, so good. But you never know. I'm not going to put he's going to be better than LeBron on him. But, man, if he gets one especially early, I mean, the floodgates are going to open. And let's not forget, man, they got Stephon Castle. They got Dylan Harper, who balled the fuck out.
That's the second best player on their team. Shout out to Keenan for saying that. I agree.
Exactly. And they got De'Aaron Fox, who maybe they can trade, or even if they keep him, they're probably okay. So, I mean, they got a lot of talent. I would like to see them round out their bench more. I mean, they're going to be right in the mix. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if they're going to be in the finals again next year, but they're going to be right in the mix. And will probably stay that way as long as he's healthy.
Ooh, it's going to be interesting to see, man. If they are able to get secure the championship as the Spurs, for one, it'll be their legacy as, the Spurs. They win, they're a great organization, so forth and so on. But it'll definitely put him on a path to greatness. He's got to get one, though. But if he takes that Kevin Durant path and have to go somewhere else, I don't know if you can consider him one of the greatest ever. Because right now, nobody considers Kevin Durant, one of the greatest players ever. Is he? Because Kevin Durant is not. You think he's top 5 ever?
Top 5, no. Top 25, sure. Yeah.
Of course, top 25 ever. Yes.
Top 25 is still one of the greatest ever. So yeah, I mean.
Top 10 ever?
No.
Okay, then it's not the greatest ever.
Top 10's reserved for the gods.
Said top 10 and he's not 10. You know what I mean? That's right. The gods of basketball. He said that's the way you put it. Yeah, pretty much. All right, so I got to get the drop for it. I'm gonna do that. I like to play a game. I want to play a game. Let's play a game.
Let's do it.
So we're gonna stick with the NBA theme, and I really want to touch base on your thoughts, and we'll just go through it quick. And chat, I want you guys to chime in too and tell me what your thoughts are. So we had a lot of dynamic duos in basketball over the years, and instead of just making it easy and picking who a lot of people will say the best basketball duo is, everybody has their own suggestion. I wanted to start with Kobe and Shaq. Kobe and Shaq were elite. Didn't they three-peat? I'm pretty sure they three-peated.
They did. They damn sure did.
They three-peated. Almost could have four-peated if they would have acted right. Because I think this Shaq goes like the next year to like Miami and win another title or something like that. Or was it the year after?
A couple years after.
Was it a couple years? Okay. It was before Kobe though, right? Because he was talking trash. Like Kobe will never win another one. Da. So they were a dynamic duo, powerhouse. Prime Kobe, prime Shaq. So I wanted to task you with the question of, name a duo better than. Okay. So you don't have to stop me.
Okay. When
I name a duo that's better than prime Kobe and prime Shaq. Chat, you can chime in if you got a duo you want to throw out there. Feel free. All right, so I'm going to name some duos, and I want you to stop me when. All right?
Okay.
We're going to start with a young Shaq and Anthony Penny Hardaway. Tracy Grady and Yao Ming. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. Gary Payton, Sean Kemp. Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, right? Walt Frazier and Willis Reed.
That's a good one.
Right. LeBron James and Anthony Davis. No?
Short-lived.
No, nothing?
Short-lived.
Short-lived. Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook.
Could have been.
Hold on. Chat topic. C Glove said, wait a minute, John B. Weren't you saying Wemby was almost there as the face of the league a little while ago? I'm just saying I did just log on, so I missed the intro to this topic. Yeah. I said after so that question is very valid, and I'm glad you asked. What I said about Wemby was he was close to clipping that face of the league status, but I did say in the podcast after they lost, him losing that finals the way he did dropped him out of the face of the league talk, and the face of the league talk right now is vacated. There's nobody who's the face of the NBA right now. Nobody.
Still LeBron. I'll give it to LeBron.
LeBron's there out of seniority. Mm-hmm. You know, he's just there because he's the most popular. Yes. But now, you know, there's nobody. Right, there's nobody else who's like the face who I would say is that guy. So I even had to do a little bit more thinking. That's why I dropped him out of my top 5 in the NBA all time. This as right now, top 5 NBA. Good call. Good way to keep up. Appreciate you, C Glove. So yep, we right. So better than Shaq and Kobe prime.
Okay.
So far, stop me when Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash.
Way too short-lived. I was like 2 seasons, 3 seasons.
Man, and boy was it fun. Tim Duncan and David Robinson. Julius Erving and Moses Malone.
Ooh, that's a good one. No, I'm going to say no, though. Keep going.
Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler. Now it's getting interesting.
Okay.
Because that's Hakeem.
That's Hakeem. That's true.
Clyde the Glide wasn't no sucker neither.
Absolutely not. Great player. Hall of Fame player. All-time great.
Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. Speaking of, Walt Chamberlain and the logo Jerry West. Laker on Laker. Karl Malone and John Stockton.
No rings, but they're up there. They're up there, but no.
Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Good one.
Tim Duncan and Tony Parker. LeBron James and D Wade on the Heat, prime LeBron. Larry Bird and Kevin McHale.
Great one, but no.
Wow, okay. Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That's tough. No, I'm going to say no.
Wow. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen?
That's the one. If I got
what? Out of all of those, that's what you pick?
Hey, man, you can't argue with 6 of them.
Bro, that's Shaq, though.
It's Shaq and Kobe. Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. All time, you got to go Jordan Pippen. If they were to
Shaq and Kobe prime.
If they were happen to face
Shaq
off in a
Kobe.
series, I think I would lean Shaq and Kobe, depending on who was playing set. Depending on
so that says they're the better. No, 2-on-2. 2-on-2.
That's
Jordan,
Shaq.
You say okay, all right, yeah, that's fair. Dynamic duo of the team.
I can't argue with 6 of them.
Nah, hell nah. He ain't beating prime Shaq and Kobe. I'm sorry. I know it's Michael and Scotty. You got to pay homage to the OGs. They not beating them. Yeah, Shaq and Kobe. Michael, that's a hell of a. No, see now you add stuff, man. But I get it.
We're talking about teams, but if we're talking just the best duos, it's gonna be Michael and Scotty.
And what about Kareem and Magic? You don't get them. You don't move them. Then that don't move the needle.
They're right there, but Kareem was a little past his prime once Magic really started to ascend. That's the only reason. Otherwise, yeah, they got as good of an argument as anybody too.
Man, they won with Magic as a rookie, didn't they?
That's true. That is a true story.
I'm just saying.
They certainly got an argument. Hard to argue Shaq and Kobe though.
So you would argue Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan going against the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe, but you wouldn't argue LeBron James and D Wade?
On the same vein, no. Maybe that first year, no, because even that first year when Dwayne Wade was at his best, what LeBron do in the finals?
Oh,
Come on now.
man, I agree. MJ and Scotty over Shaq and Kobe. Prime Shaq and Kobe.
Listen.
MJ and Scotty and the Bulls gonna be prime Kobe, Shaq, and the Lakers.
If we really want to get into it, if we really want to get into criteria, Mike and Scotty, they played over a decade together. Were able to last. Were able to coexist. That's part of it. Shaq and Kobe couldn't coexist. They should have won damn near 8 rings together, but they couldn't coexist.
But what? Okay, so you even proving my argument, saying if they would have got along and Shaq would have stayed in shape, they'd have won like 6, 7 rings. That'd have been way more than Mike and Scotty.
They could have been teammates, which is part of this,
right?
But they couldn't.
So you would take MJ and Scotty over Kobe and Shaq.
You said
in the team setting. In the team setting.
You said Scotty.
I know.
There's a better duo. You didn't say
better duo.
Because
what the situation is
about this, and I with a team setting, it's hard to pick against Kobe and Shaq because it's Shaq. It is. I mean,
and it's Kobe.
People don't.
Kobe.
It's young Kobe. Yeah, I mean, come on, it's Kobe. But you know as well as I know who the fuck is guarding Shaq.
Nobody.
Find someone.
Nobody.
It might only be Rodman, which is the thing.
Who's guarding Jordan though?
That's the thing.
That's another thing.
He's getting off on Kobe. He's getting off on anybody. So
Scotty is kind of washed, but not washed out, but like he would kind of blend into the background. But he wasn't he played that power forward, small forward, but he was like 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, Scotty.
So he was different on the defensive side. All right, with Jordan there, both of them wouldn't win nothing without each other. So they both need to be cool. So anyway, last but not least in the NBA talk, we're just gonna go with current. We're getting against the wall. We might spin the block. So I want to ask the chat, and I want to ask my main man, Kyle. I didn't give him too much time to prep. I just wanted him to shoot for the hip. He's pretty good at these things. Who currently, NBA-wise, is on your Mount Rushmore? You got to give me 4 people that's the Mount Rushmore basketball currently.
So I got to give you my top 4, essentially.
Top 4 players in the league right now. We're not going to do all the time. Just currently, who's on Mount Rushmore if we were to make a new one just for this year?
Off the top of my head, it's 2026 Mount Rushmore. I mean, it would have to be Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
It would have to be SGA.
Oof.
He is a 2-time MVP back-to-back. It would have to be the man we just talked about, Victor Wembanyama.
Wow, really? Okay.
And it would have to be Finals MVP Jalen Brunson. That's got to be the top 4.
We are going currently. I think
he's got to bump Giannis and Luka if because normally they would probably be alternating in that number 4 spot. So yeah.
What about Ant?
Ant's on the outside looking in. He's there though. He's close. He's like in that 6 range, 6'5", 6 range too. Same with Jason Tatum when he's healthy. But if I had to surmise 4 for the 2026 NBA season going into 27, yeah, man, it's Wemby, it's Jokic, it's SGA, and it's Jalen Brunson.
I like the Jokic. I like the Brunson on the mountain because we're speaking current. But I still think you got to put Bron up there.
LeBron James?
On that Mount Rushmore currently.
What?
But that run he had, we're talking about the best player in basketball.
You got the one who got swept by OKC?
Come on, man. Then we going there. I'm just saying individually, he balled out. He outplayed SGA.
We're talking about 2026.
With a worse team. Didn't we just say on the last segment, talk about duos, it's the team. So now the team don't count no more because it's LeBron.
I just want to be clear. We're talking about 2026.
Yeah, he's on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's up there.
All right.
Let's look. We want to check the stats. LeBron ball.
This is some homerism right here.
Homerism.
Let me hear the other 3.
I said Jokic.
Jokic.
I said because prisoner of the moment, Brunson. LeBron.
Who's a 4?
That's the tough one. Because in my heart of just speaking freely, from my head, I want to say Kate Cunningham. That's my head. But my heart still wants to say I want to put And it's kind of says I want to
You
put
already
Luka
said
up there.
Wemby is 6 or 7, so we know Wemby's
Yeah,
out.
I ain't said. You see, I ain't said him.
Yeah,
I want to put
he's
Luka
out.
up there. A healthy Luka.
Luka?
I want to put Luka up there.
So you're telling me the Lakers have 2 top 4 players and they couldn't get a win in the second round?
One of them was hurt,
Well,
right?
Luka, yeah, it's true. Luka was hurt. You're right. Yeah, what am I talking about?
And they gave him a hell of a run for their money. And LeBron outplayed statistically SGA. You're a 2-time MVP, by the way.
Did he?
Statistically, I'm gonna pull it up. Let me pull it up.
This is some Kenny Atkinson speak right here. Statistically,
Statistically, he outplayed him, man. Let's see. LeBron versus SGA. Sorry, Chad. I want to pull this up because I have a point to prove. All right, so let's see, playoffs 2026. I definitely think he outplayed him in every statistical category.
I mean, when you got nobody
All right,
on your team,
I don't want to hear it. No, none of that.
I mean, I could give you. I mean, come on, 24, 12, and 3, 19, 8, and 6, 23, 6, and 2, and then game 1 he had 27, 6, and 4. Pretty good stats. Pretty good stats.
Right. Yeah, and SGA had 27, 4, and 6, 23, 2, and 6, 19, 6, and 8, 24, 12, and 3.
That sounds like LeBron stats right there.
Is that LeBron?
That sounds like
oh, yeah, that was LeBron. You're right. I read them backwards. That's that live. Okay, SGA. Oh, that's over 15 games. But, so, when you pull it up, I bet you LeBron stats are better. But we'll keep it right. Pull that up. But that's who I got. Jokic, LeBron, Luka,
hold on,
and Jalen Brunson right now.
I got you right.
And that's saying a lot about Brunson. What you got?
So he had 18 in game 1. He had 22 in game 2, 23 in game 3, and then he had 35 in the closeout game. So it was pretty close. I'll give you that. It was close.
Statistically, he had better stats than SGA percentage-wise. I think I got it right here. Let me find this. I'm interested. I'm telling you, man, he had better stats statistically. He averaged 23, 6, and 5. 23 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists.
Top 4 is crazy for LeBron, though. I can't
top 4.
I can't say he's going to be one of the top 4 players when I look back on 2026. If someone were to ask me, Kyle, who are the top 4 you remember? Who are the top 5 you remember?
That's my heart pick, though. My head pick was Cade Cunningham.
Okay.
Cade balled. He was having an MVP season until he punctured his lung.
I still think it's insane, but
well, I've been called worse, so
fair enough.
So, nah. How about that? Okay. We're gonna get into some of the NFL news. The pick is in, so we're gonna ask for y'all pick and which way y'all go with it. We're gonna make it real simple in the NFL because it's not popping yet. I want to hear the chat, and I want to hear from you, Cal. Who's next year? Ray early pick is going to be the best team in the NFL. I know, right? Super early.
The best team?
The best team in the NFL. Even if they don't win a championship, but you look at them during the season, like, they was the best team. They balled. Like, who's going to be? Or they might win a championship. If they're the best, they should win a championship. I'm not asking you for Super Bowl. I'm just saying, because you could be the best team and lose.
That's true. We see it all the time in the NFL.
The Patriots were the best team when they had almost that undefeated season, but they lost.
Oh, man. Right.
I know,
right? Right to the heart.
Pow! That's just saying my picks was crazy.
Well, first of all, I think it's today, June 18th, correct?
Today is June 18th.
If you fast forward to July 18th and we happen to be recording, whether it's on the Warner Brothers podcast or whether it's on Is the Hype Real podcast, we'll be in training camp. We'll be in NFL training camp once you fast forward exactly 4 weeks from today. That's insane. That blows my mind.
It's time.
And then if you fast forward 8 weeks, you fast forward 4 weeks from that, we'll be in preseason. Like
fantasy football time.
Oh, my God. We're almost there. And I'm not ready for it yet, but we're almost there. But here we are, the best team. My gut feeling right now, it's the Los Angeles Rams, especially after this Myles Garrett trade.
Sheesh.
Well, I mean, they were arguably the best team top to bottom last year. I mean, Seahawks probably had the most talent, actually, but, the Rams had a lot of pedigree themselves. And then now you just upgrade Jared Verse to undoubtedly the best defensive player in the game right now in Myles Garrett. If Stafford's healthy, yeah, man, it's hard to pick against them being the best roster, the best team. I mean, they should be playing at least on Conference Championship Sunday next year in 2027.
Okay.
Least.
I like it. That's actually a great pick. I'm going to go a little bit off the cuff, and I'm going to reach just a little bit. So this team last year showed what they could be talent-wise, and they're still ascending. And I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I picked the Chicago Bears to be the best team in the NFL next year, just overall best team. They might win 13 games, 14 games. They're coming in a year 2 with a coach that's an offensive innovation giant. He's shown it time and time again wherever he was at. I think he showed it when he played when it was he with the Bucks? And then
Lions.
He went to the Lions. No, before the Lions, he was a coach somewhere else.
Might have been the Bucks. I'm not familiar.
Then he came to the Lions, and then he stayed with the Lions after he could have been coaching for a head coach as a head coach last year. Stayed one more year, showed up with that offense again, left, went to the Bears, made them a playoff contender, while the Lions are fluttering right now trying to figure out what to do with their offense. So that right there shows the Ben Johnson impact of a team. And their defense did have the most turnovers in the NFL last year. Fact check me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's all I got. So I do think that they, in my opinion, way early with all the talent they have. They did lose a center, but I'm pretty sure they can get somebody to fill in right there. They seem to be drafted well. They're quiet. They're making all the right moves. They got rid of DJ Moore, so that way all those young guys can get a lot more burn. Yeah. Loveland was actually their leader in receiving yards last year, the tight end out of Michigan. And, DeAndre Swift and Kevin Monangai, that 1-2 combo could be top 5 in the league. A thunder and a little lightning. So that's my best team for next year, I believe.
I really like their roster. The only hesitation I have, because I'm with you as far as I think the Bears are gonna have a good season. I think the Bears are gonna be like a team we're talking about come November, December, January. I do believe that. The only thing that's tough with them, as well as everybody in their division, is that division's so damn tough. They can all kind of beat up on each other, and you never really know. The division winner could be 10, 11 wins. And, depending on what those wins look like, you don't really, you know what I mean? Like the Bears have an incredibly tough schedule. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. Otherwise, I completely agree with you. I think they're destined for a special season. I do. I agree with you.
At a minimum, a special season. All right. So since we talking about the Bears, you said they brought up their schedule. I didn't look at it. So they got some hitters. They got the Eagles.
That's game 1.
Off top. The Eagles, Monday Night Football.
I can't wait.
Monday Night Football,
I just
Bears
want to
and
past
Eagles.
The summer now. Just that alone. Bears, Eagles, week 1, Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football.
Oh, my goodness.
Then they get the Jets.
Okay, that's a win.
Then they get the Packers. Then they get Drake May and the Patriots.
That's tough.
Seahawks.
Tough.
Well, so that's Thursday to Monday. Then it's Sunday Night Football. They go against the Buccaneers.
Another tough
So they
one.
prime time 3 weeks in a row.
Yikes.
Right. Saints.
Not easy.
Lions. Jags. Dolphins. Bills. Green Bay again, and then Minnesota, whatever they might be.
That's a brutal schedule already.
Very tough. It's very tough.
I cannot wait. I can't wait.
Yeah. I might want to change my pick.
But
I didn't look at the schedule.
If they're as good as you say, though, I mean,
I think they'll be all
we
right.
still should be looking at a 10-win team and at least a wild card team. But I mean, they're promising. They're on the up and up. But
yeah,
extremely tough schedule.
Man, probably one of the toughest in football. All right, so we say who's going to be our best. Who's going to be your worst team in the whole NFL next year?
Off the top of my head, you know what I could say. He said all L's. I could say the Cleveland Browns, but I'm not going to do that. We don't really know what the Browns are going to be, and they actually do have talent. I'm going to go with Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, they're in. I'm a
Really?
Patriots fan. They're in my division, AFC East. They've lost. First of all, they lost Mike McDaniel, who I believe is a pretty good coach. They lost Jalen Waddle. They lost Tyreek Hill, who was injured anyway. But they've really only got Devon Achane there. They're incredibly young. They've got Malik Willis at quarterback, which could be good, might not be good. We don't know. By and large, if you pay a backup a good amount of money like that, it usually does not end well because there's just not a lot of sample size there. That's a great pick as well.
Arizona's a good pick.
That's a great. I can't argue that. Arizona's definitely up there. It's probably actually Arizona, but the first one that came to my mind was Miami, and maybe that's because they're in my division. But yeah, Arizona's about to be fucking ass. I can't argue with that.
Arizona will be terrible next year, Chaz.
Facts.
All right, so I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking in my brain who I think will be the worst team. Arizona is a good pick, but I was looking at an AFC team. Who was I looking at? Oh, yeah. I think it's going to be the Jets. I think the Jets are going to be bad. Geno Smith is done. You know, they tried to write me off, but I ain't right back. It ain't happening no more, dog. It's over. It's over, man. It was a cute catchphrase. You did your thing for a while, but it's a reason they got rid of you. You are not the same quarterback you once were. Now, I was never a quarterback, so I'm not hating. I'm just saying as far as your peers. You are not that guy anymore. You are Mr. Pick City. If I was a DB, I would look forward to going against you, respectfully. You know, I'm just saying. He isn't. He doesn't have the athleticism no more. He's going to a team that's pretty dysfunctional and young, so maybe that's why they figure they can bring him in. It's where he started his career out, I believe. So he's doubling back, thinking it's going to be better this time around. And he's got a coach on the hot seat. So if you, even though it's only his second year, so if you go in there thinking that winning 4 or 5 games is going to do it and you look bad, you're going to get pulled, Geno, which is going to put it in the backup, which is going to make them suck even more. So they're probably, tanking for Archie at this point in time. So I think they'll be the worst team in the NFL next year.
Hey, as a lifelong Jets hater, I'm not mad
or
at
the Chargers, it's time to move from their KB.
Oh, that is
whoa, shot.
That's a statement. Justin Herbert.
So Kyle said that Justin Herbert was his way early MVP pick. Way too early MVP pick. And that's fair because I just asked him right now, who's your MVP?
Sure.
And he said Justin Herbert.
He said
and he made a good case. He said it's time to move on from Justin Herbert. Explain yourself, Chaz. How is it time to move on for Justin Herbert? I think with this new coach, Mike McDaniels, coming, I think their offense will be pretty good because Justin's a hell of a better quarterback than Tua. So you got that part.
I love the combo of Jim Harbaugh and Mike McDaniel as the OC. I absolutely love it. I like the direction the Chargers are going in. Yeah, man. I mean, I'll reiterate what I said last week. I'm not saying he will be, but if you're asking me in June, what it looks like right now, there's no reason why he can't be. I'm not saying that's going to be my pick in August when we come on here and come on the WBP and do our awards. I'm not saying I will pick Justin Herbert. But if you had to ask me right now, that's one of the first names that comes to my mind. He can absolutely do it. He's got the talent to do it. He's got the coaching to do it. He's got the team around him to do it. Will he do it? That's been the question his whole career. He actually hasn't produced as far as playoffs or any of that is concerned. Will he do it? So we'll find a lot. We'll find out a lot about Justin Herbert.
Chad says Justin Herbert, he just hasn't taken that step yet.
I agree with him. He's right. And it's kind of now or never this year. If he doesn't take the step this year with like Mahomes coming back from an ACL injury, Broncos will still be good. Raiders aren't ready yet. If he can't like assert himself as like, all right, maybe I'm not number one in this division, but like Pat Mahomes has got to look over his shoulder at me. If he can't at least do that, then it's probably never going to happen for this guy. So skeptics are reason to be like skeptical for sure. For sure.
Okay. I like it.
Optimists also have reason to be optimistic for him as well. I would say that.
Fair enough. All right. We're running up against it. We're going to get into one more thing, and then we're going to see where that leaves us. Chat, keep tapping in with your thoughts, and because this is a safe space. Say what you feel, but feel what you say, all that good stuff. Make sure you like, subscribe, and enjoy. There's going to be a test at the end. There are the answers right there. Let's keep it moving. You ready in something real quick?
Let's do it.
Cool.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Are you not entertained? In this segment, we talk about everything under the sun when it comes to entertainment, from lifestyles to celebrities, all the way down to what we love the most, hip-hop. So, speaking of hip-hop, a hip to the hippity hop, hopping the don't stop to the bang bang, boogie the up, jumps the bang. Oh, see, I'm not a true historian. I was like, I would have been one of the band members walking for cheesecake because I ain't know the whole song. No Diddy. Right. So I want to ask Kyle, and I want to ask the chat, what was the best version of hip hop? What was the top tier version of hip hop when it was at its peak? Was it old school rap? Was it gangster rap? Was it that Midwest swing rap? Was it trap music? Was it snap music? Was it crunk music? Was it stripper music with the Florida Boys, Uncle Luke 2 Live Crew? Was it line dancing? Was it storytelling? What was the top tier era of rap? Because each one of those eras had like a pocket where they were just the hottest thing under the sun.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I would say I am partial. I don't even know how exactly you would define this, because you could call it a few different things. But I would say the era that bridges Nas and Illmatic and Big E's 2 albums and Jay-Z and Reasonable Doubt. So we talking mid-90s into the 2000s New York rap. So like basically the era that bridges Nas, Biggie, and Jay into Jadakiss and 50 and DMX. That whole era. I am partial to that era. Specifically New York rap when it comes to that. I'm a fan of all hip-hop of that era too. But if I had to like limit it to one region, one era, you know what I mean? It would be New York, that Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, bridging the gap into 50, Jadakiss. You know, you had Fat Joe over there too. God damn. I mean, there's a million artists I'm forgetting for sure. DMX, like I said. You know, all the Rough Riders, Rockefeller, all that. G-Unit, Dipset. Who could forget Dipset? Yeah, that whole era between the mid-90s into the mid-2000s, man, that's a 10-year run and 10-year stretch of New York hip-hop that's unmatched to me.
Fair enough. So I love that era. We went. See, my man E tapped in. Shout out E. Yeah. Said that 95 to 2005 New York.
Exactly.
I feel it. Let's see, we got some chats coming in. He beat me to it. I was going to say trap music. When trap music came out, Jeezy, Gucci, then they slid down and got a little boozy, because they brought the Southern bounce, Louisiana style with the trap music. And then Texas took over their version of trap music, but it was really like Jeezy, T.I., that whole era was crazy to me. The beats were insane. Real. 808s were just unbelievable, and it was something fresh that you never heard of. You know, Shorty Low was even hot. Like, Shorty Low would never be hot in that 2000, that 95 to 2000 range with New York rap. He wouldn't be.
That is true.
You know, it opened up the doors for the people we have now, like a Future. You know what I mean? Future wouldn't be there if there was no early trap rap, and you can even take it back to Outkast. But they put Atlanta on the map, but trap music put Atlanta across the world. Like, people knew all about trap and crunk, all that. That was that era for me, because I had sounds in my car, and every chance I got, I played them very loudly. So that was the whole thing. So I go with that genre, that crunk / trap, all that Atlanta stuff. And
can't argue, man.
Come on, it was fire.
That's number 2 to me. Like, if number 1 wasn't my answer with, like he said, mid-90s New York to 2000s, mid-2000s New York, I would agree with you, man. It would be that 2000s trap era.
I like it. All right, chat, tap in. Tell me what you think, what we got going on. We appreciate everybody for showing up, showing out before we get up out of here. I do want you guys. Oh, go ahead. What you got?
Question. If you had to give me one album from that era, you had one. They say, all right, you take that exact era you're talking about, John, and you got to pick one album to ride or die with, or one album you're straightening on a beach with. What's the one trap album from that era?
Thug Motivation 101.
All right. Hey, that's a good.
I used to hit the kitchen lights. Cockroaches everywhere. Hit the kitchen lights. Now it's marble floors everywhere. Come on, man. I'm a carpenter. The roof on the coop gone.
Can't ban the snowman, dog. Can't ban the snowman.
Can't, man. Jeezy was that dude. Jeezy liked to drink. Jeezy liked to smoke. Jeezy liked to put Arm & Hammer in his. All right, this is a show we try to get everybody involved in. But yes, what about you? From your 2005 down to 95, you gotta pick one. Yeah,
You gotta pick one.
One. You put me on the spot. You got one.
Yo, oh my God.
That's all you get for the next year. That's all you can listen to.
Right now, I'm gonna go with the Blueprint. I'm gonna go with the Blueprint for right now.
The Blueprint?
For right now, and that's not even like. Because you asked me
In
tomorrow, it
depth.
might be Illmatic.
Yeah.
You asked me the next day, it might be Life After Death. Might be Get
Right.
Rich or Die Trying. There's
That would have where I would have went.
there's too many.
Get Rich or
But
Die
for
Trying
today, I'm
was
gonna say the Blueprint.
fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Got anything else?
That's all I got. That's all I
All
got.
right, cool. All right, everybody, we're going to get up out of here. But like I said, there is always a test at the end of the show. But don't worry, I got the cheat sheet. Bam, there it is. Like, subscribe, and enjoy. You know what you got to like, subscribe, and enjoy? You got to like, subscribe, and enjoy Warner Brothers Podcast. A very, just inspiring podcast when it comes to everything that goes on with sports and entertainment. You also got to check out, what's it, the Splash? What is it?
Right, Splash Women's Basketball. It's
Splash.
Keenan, my brother. It's his new WNBA podcast.
Fire.
Go check that out. I think we got it linked in the WBP feed as well. So when you're checking out the WBP, go and swing over to the Splash Women's Basketball podcast. Check it out as well. You'll enjoy both. It's time to learn about the WNBA if you're not familiar.
It got me watching. I ain't gonna lie, especially since I knew who some of the people were before I watched the game, so I knew who to look for.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty fun. Women basketball, they got to play harder because they're just not as they don't have the athletics of some of the men. One day, who knows? Yep. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, and enjoy that. Shout out my main man 623 AM Ray. Ray Wright is his Instagram page. Make sure y'all pull up, show up, and show out for my guy. And then of course you got to like, subscribe, and enjoy. It's the Hyper Real Podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure they hit that notification bell so when we go live, they can pull up, show up, and show out. Tell them you can come here and state your opinion, and ain't nobody going to say nothing. But if they don't agree with you, that's your behind in a good way. So we're going to get up out of here. Like I always say, either be good or be good at it. All right? Peace.